Who's that live joiner? Oh, that's Tony.
Dandavas Pranam, Maharaja, Dandavas Pranam devotos.
Dandavat Maharaj,
Jai, Jai, Haribol, Dandavats.
Haribol.
Everyone is here already. Jai,
Yeah, you see?
Haribol.
Yeah, we are anxious to see you. How are you, Maharaj?
I'm okay, thank you, Prabhu.
Very nice, very nice. Very happy.
You are all well.
Yes, yes, Maharaj. We are fine here. This is
Okay.
Rasheshwari Didi.
Who?
Rasheshwari Didi.
Rajeshwari?
Yes.
Okay, Rajeshwari. Haribol, Dandavats. Dandavats.
Danvas Maharaj from UK, Southampton.
Oh, Jubananda, Haribol, Dandavats.
Hari-
Dandavats, Prabhu. Dandavat. And Hariyananda, Haribol, Dandavat. And all
Dandavas Maharaj.
your
Happy to see you.
associates. You have to remind me of their names again. I can't remember everyone's name.
Tiene que me recordar el nombre de todas las Didis asociadas, Prabhu, porque yo no me recuerdo de todas, el nombre de todas ellas.
Don't do that.
Mi esposa Anindita.
My wife, Maharaj,
Anindita.
is Anindita.
Anindita.
Yes.
Su
Anindita.
mamá,
Devi.
Anindita.
Anindita. Anindita. Devi
Su
Das.
mamá Priyatama.
Priyashama.
Yeah, her mother
Sí.
is Priyatama.
Priyatama. Okay.
Yes, yes.
Okay, Priyatama. And
Y dos hermanas. Una se llama Bhagavati.
Balavati.
Yes, their
Bhagavati.
sister is Bhagavati.
Oh, Bhagavati. Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Bhagavati.
Y Priyadarshini.
And Priyadakshini, the other sister.
Priyadakshini in the back.
Yes.
Sí.
Priyadakshini.
Y la mascota de la casa que está allí vestidita se llama Lashmi.
And our friend dog Lakshmi.
Die, Haribol. Haribol. Okay. Ananditi, Priya, I forgot already.
Priyatama.
Priyatama, and
Bhagavati.
Balavati, and
Priyadarshini.
Priyadakshina. Priyadakshina?
Darshini.
Dakshini.
Darshini.
Priyadakshini.
Sí.
Anyhow, let's see. We'll test next week. Then
Todas las inició Srila le dio la primera y segunda iniciación a todos.
All of her, their Maharaj, the devotees here, they took initiation with Shilacharya Maharaj. First and second initiation.
okay, online.
Sí. Online.
Okay.
Yes.
Wonderful. You all sound like Gandharvas. Gandharvas, when you sing together, it all sounds like Gandharva. You are coming from Gandharva Loka.
Ustedes cuando están cantando juntos, me suena como Gandharvas, que yo estoy en Gandharva loca.
Yes.
Eso es que nos oye con oído de bondad.
Maharaj, this is because you hear us with your ear of sweetness.
Hare Krishna. And then Devotee, Didi. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Ah,
Hare Krishna Maharaj.
thank you for joining us.
Pranam.
Dhanyavad, dhanyavad. And
They will be joining from Mysore, Maharaj.
from Mysore, where?
Yes, Maharaj.
Mysore.
Mysore in Karnataka.
Oh, okay. This is your friend.
Karnataka.
Karnataka, yes. yes.
Karnataka. And
Hi,
this
Dhanyavad.
is the-
Dhanyavad.
Yeah. Maharaj, I was always wishing to meet you from long time, and today I've got the auspicious day.
Thank you. Thank you. Good. I'm glad you can join us. We need your association. And Uma Devi, thank you. My Dhanyavad to you.
Dandavad Pranam, Maharaj.
And Kanupuri Didi Haribol.
Dhanava Pranams, Maharaj.
How are
Dhanava
you?
Soul devotees. Hare Krishna. I'm very well, thank you, Maharaj.
Okay.
Good to see you.
Okay.
Always
Dhanavad Pranam,
happy to
Didi.
see you, Maharaj.
And Tony,
Yes, namaste. Haribol.
there you are. And who is that? Nalini Devi driving?
Shamagori is driving, Maharaj.
Oh, that's
But-
Shamaguri.
Yes, and Nalini together,
Okay.
holding the
see.
cell phone.
I see. Okay. Janawat, Janawat. Shamaguri Didi. And that's all. Then Krishna Kesava Bhu Haribol. Hare Krishna. So Shanta Maharaj is not feeling so well today. Said he can't join.
Yes, Maharaj.
Where is he, Maharaj? Is he still in Ekachakra or he's back in Nishingapally?
Nishingapali, yes.
Yeah.
He had some fever when he was in Calcutta. So he went back to Nishingapali and he's recovering, and some days he's good. Today he seemed to be having some difficulty again. Hope he's okay.
How are you, Maharaj?
I'm okay, thank you, Umatiti. You look like you're always okay. I don't have to worry about you. Eternal good health, protected by the Lord. So, Chandrakopal, would you like to lead the kirtan again?
I can lead, Maharaj, but I think that Shrimat said that she would like to lead if it's possible, Maharaj.
Yes, why not?
Let me move here.
Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri
Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda
Shri Advaita Gadadara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
Shri Advaita Gadadha Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Gora Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gora Hari Bol,
Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol.
Nitai Gora Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gora Hari Bol,
Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol.
Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol,
Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol.
Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol.
Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol.
Jaya Sachinandana,
Jaya Sachinandana, Jaya Sachinandana,
Jaya Sachinandana Gaura Hari.
Jaya Sachinandana Gaura Hari.
Jaya Sachinandana, Jaya Sachinandana,
Jaya Sachinandana, Jaya Sachinandana.
Jaya Sachinandana Gaura Hari.
Sachinandana Gaura Hari.
Gaura, Gaura, Gaura Hari.
Gaura, Gaura, Gaura Hari.
Jaya Sachinandana Gaura Hari.
Jaya Sachinandana Gaura Hari.
Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol.
Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol.
Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol.
Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol.
Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol.
Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol.
Jaya Om Vishnupada Paramahansa Pariva Jakacharya Varastotara Shata Srimad Bhakti Madhava Puri Maharaj.
Jai!
Jai Gurudev.
Jai Gurudev.
All right. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivrajacharya Satara Sata Sri Srimad Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada Ki Jai.
Jai.
Srila Bhakti Rakshak Dev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai.
Jai.
Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj. Ki Jai.
Jai.
Bhakti Vimalachai Maharaja Ki Jai.
Jai.
Jai. Samaveda Bhaktivinda Ki Jai.
Jai.
Jai Go Premanandi. Hari
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 Bol.
Hari. Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna.
Okay. What's that?
I think that's Bhakti Max from Florida, from Gainesville.
Dr. Max from Gainesville?
He came a few months ago.
Okay. Dandavats, Dr. Max.
Hare Krishna, Dandavats, Maharaj.
Okay. Very nice that you could join us today. We're reading now from Sri, what is that?
Pocket Kirtan Guide.
Oh, the Pocket Kirtan Guide, yes. Pocket Kirtan Guide, if you have a copy. Krishna Keshav putting a link. PDF, link to the PDF has been placed in the comment section, chat section. So it's page 38.
Página 38, Prabhu.
38.
Yes, right.
Okay.
Vandeham Shri Guru Yuta Pada Kamalam
Shri
Gurun Vaishnavam Cha Shri Rupam Sagar Jatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Visamritam Vishra Om Agyanat Timrindhasya Kyananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Puja Shri Guru Varga Vandita Mahabhavanvitaya Sada Purva Porya Parampara Jalita Pragya Pramurta Krite Bhaktir Nirmala Nijarhasya Nibritam Samraksakam Sadaram Vande Shri Guru Devam Ananta Shira Acharya Vayanijam Gorva Bhishta Supurukam Puruganar Ashisha Sambhushitam Chintya Chintya Samasaveda Nipunam Shri Rupa Putrananugam Govinda Bidamudvalam Varatanum Vahyanditam Sundaram Vande Vishwa Gurun Chadevya Bhagavat Premno Hi Bija Pradam Devam Divya Tanum Suchanda Bharanam Valarka Chelanchitam Sandrananda Puram Serika Bharanam Vairagi Vidyam Buddhim Sri Siddhanta Nidin Shibhakti Lasitam Sarasvatanam Bharam Vande Tam Supadamedika Saranam Yashishwaram Sridhara Shri Siddhanta Saraswati Vidito Gaudiya Puranvaye Batu Banariva Prabhata Gagane Yogora Sankirtanai Mayavada Timingolo Radhagatan Uditya Jivani Man Krishna Prema Supadigahan Sukam Prat Prabhum Tam Vaje Namo Gaur Kishoraya Bhaktivedanta Murtaye Gaurangi Padma Bringaya Radhabhavani Shevine Vande Bhakti Vinodam Shri Purashakti Swarupakam Bhakti Sastragya Samrajam Radharasa Sudanibim Gora Braja Shitashe Shire Vaishnavar Bandhya Vigraham Jagannatha Prabhum Bhande Premabdam Preda Vaishnavam Vanchakalpa Trubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Vyeva Cha Patitanam Svanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Panchatattva Makam Krishnam Bhaktirupa Swarupakam Bhaktavataram Bhaktakyam Namami Bhakti Shaktikam Namo Mahabhavanaya Krishna Prema Pujayate Krishna Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gaura Srishe Namaha Jayatam Surator Pango Mama Mandam Atirgati Matsavasva Padambojo Radha Madana Mohano Divyadrandanya Kalpajumada Shrimad Ratnagara Simhasanasto Sri Gandharva Srila Govinda Devo Prestali Sevimano Smarami Shriman Rasa Rasarambi Vamsivata Tatasita Karshan Venu Suner Gopir Gopinatha Shri Estuna Vrindanai Tulsi Devyai Priyai Kesavasya Cha Krishna Bhakti Prade Devi Satyavachai Namo Namaha Atanatva Mantra Gurun Bhaktatadam Vyasancha Gad Gurunatva Tato Jayam Dhiraye Jai Saparka Shri Gauranga Gandharva Govinda Sundar Padma Padmanam Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Advaita Gadadhar Sridhara Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Jai Srila Prabhupada, Srila Guru Maharaj, Srila Gurudev, Srila Chardev ki jai.
Jai
Giri Govardhana ki jai.
Jai
Jai Go Premanandi Hari 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 Hari.
Haribo Jai Sripad Bhakti Madhava Puri Maharaj ki Jai
Jai all the devotees ki jai.
Jai
Yasamati Nandana. Mama Devi, I haven't heard you sing in a long time. Page 16.
Creo que es 16, Prabhu.
Sí, gracias.
Somati Nandana Rajavarana Gokula Ranjana Kana
Yasomati Nandana Rajavaranagara Gokula Ranjana Kana
Somati Nandana Rajavarana Gokula Ranjana Kana
Yasomati Nandana Rajavaranagara Gokula Ranjana Kana
Gopi Paranadana Madana Manohara Kaliya Damana Vidana
Gopi Paranadana
Manohara
Kaliya Damana Vidhana
Amala Harinam Amiya Vilasa
Amala Harinam Avilasa
Amala Harinam Amiya Vilasa
Amala Harinam Amiya Vilasa
Vina Purandara Navina Nagaravara Vamshivadana Suvasa
Vipina Purandara Navina Nagaravara Vamsivadana Subhasa
Rajajana Palana Hasurakula Nasana Nanda Godana Rakuyala
Rajajana Palana Suramanasana Rakoyala
Govinda Madhava Navarita Taskara Sundarananda Gopala
Govinda Madhava
Vanita Taskara Sundarananda Gopala
Yamuna Tatachara Gopi Vasana Hara Rasa Rasika Krupamaya
Yamuna Tatachara Gopi Vashanahara Rasarasika Kripamoya
Sri Radha Vallabha Vrindavana Natavara Bhakti Vinoda Hasraya
Sri Radha Vallabha Vrindavana Natavara Bhakti Vinoda Shraya
Samati Nandana Rajavara Nagara Gokula Ranjana Kana
Yasomati Nandana Rajadara Nagara Gokula Ranjana Kana
Viparanadana Madana Manohara Kaliya Damana Vidana
Gopi Paranadana Madana Manohara Kaliya Damana Vidhana
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Jaya Guru Deva, Jaya Guru Deva, Guru Deva, Jaya Guru Deva.
Jaya Guru Deva, Jaya Guru Deva, Guru Deva, Jaya Guru Deva.
Jaya Guru Deva, Jaya Guru Deva, Guru Deva, Jaya Guru Deva.
Jaya Guru Deva, Jaya Guru Deva, Jaya Guru Deva, Jaya Guru Deva.
Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol.
Nitai
Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol.
Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol.
Nitai
Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari
Nitai Gaura Chandra Hari Bol.
Hari Bol. Thank you. Then, who would like to sing page 58, Vaishnava Thakur?
Queriendo cantar Vaishnava Thakura, página 58.
58 Maharaj.
58. 58.
Perfect.
Bien.
I'll sing it, Maharaj.
Okay.
Oh hey Vaishnava Thakura, Jaya Rasa Gara, Edase Karunakari.
Oh Vaishnava Thakura, Rasa Gara, Edase Karunakari.
Diya Pada Chaya, Sodha He Amaya, Tumara Charana Dari.
Diya Pada Chaya, Sodha He Amaya, Tumara Charana Dari.
Jaya Vegada, Jaya Dosa Shodhi, Jaya Guna Dihadase.
Jaya Vega Domi, Jaya Dosa Shodhi, Jaya Guna Dihadase.
Sat-Sanga, Deha He Amare, Vase Che Sankera Ase.
Jaya Satsanga, Deha He Amare, Vase Che Sankera Ase. Ekaki Amara, Pai Pai, Harinama Sankirtan.
Kripa Kari Shraddha Bindu Diya Deha Krishna Namadane.
Tumi Kripa Kori, Shraddha Bindu Diya, Deha Krishna Namadane.
Yes.
Krishna se
Tumara
Sadaiti
Sadaiti
Para
Para
Amita Kangala Krishna Krishna Boli Daitava Pache Pache.
Amita Kanga Krishna Krishna Bodhi
Amidai Tava Pache Pache.
Amidai Tava Pache Pache.
Krishna Dana Paborase Daitava Pache Pache.
Krishna Dana Parvayasi Dayatava Pache Pache.
Tumidile Krishna Dhite Para.
Tumidile Krishna Dhite Para.
Krishna Tomar Hridayer Dan Tumidile Yodite Para.
Krishna Tomar Hridayan
Krishna Devar Shakti Dara Tumi Dileo Dite Para.
Krishna Deva Shakti
Dayal Vaishnava Thakur, Dayal Vaishnava Thakur, Vaishnava Thakur, Dayal Vaishnava Thakur.
Jaya Vaishnava Thakur, Vaishnava Thakur, Vaishnava Thakur.
Jai Gurudev.
Page 65, Nitai.
Página 65. 65.
Dipod. Who knows this one?
Happy to sing, Maharaj.
Jai, Hiri Bol, thank you.
Harisha. Nitai pada kamala koti chandra shushitala.
Nitai
Pada Kamala Koti Chandra Sushritala.
Jai Jaya Jagata Judai.
Jaya Jagata Judaya.
Hena Nitai Vene Vai Radha Krishna Paitinai.
Hena Nitai Vine Vai Radha Krishna Poitenai.
Rita Kori Dara Nitai Rapai.
Ridha Kori Dara Nitaya Rapai.
Jai Sambandha Nahi Jara Vrita Janma Gelotara.
Say
Sambandha Nahi Yara Vrita Janma Gelatara.
Say Pasubhadra Durachara.
Say
Pasubhadra Durachara.
Nitai na balila mukhi majila samsara sukhi.
Nitai na balila mukhe majila samsara sukhe.
Vidyakule kikari vitara.
Vidyakule
Kari Betara.
Ahankare mata hoina Nitai pada parashriya.
Ahankare mata haina Nitai pada pasariya.
Ashatyaye satya korimani.
Asatyere satya karimani.
Nitaye karuna habe Rajarata Krishna pave.
Nitaye karuna habe Rajarata Krishna pave.
Dara nitaye charandu kani.
Dara nitaye charandukani.
Nitaye charana satya Tanhara sevaka nitya.
Nitaye charana satya Tanhara sevaka nitya.
Nitai pada sadakaro asa.
Nitai pada sadakara asa.
Narottama patatuki Nitai mora karashuki.
Nitai sama baraduki Nitai more karashuki.
Rakaranga chara nirapasa.
Rakaranga charanirapasa.
Rakaranga chara nirapasa.
Rakaranga charanirapasa.
Doyo nitai, doyo nitai, doyo nitai, doyo nitai.
Dayam Nitai, Dayam Nitai, Dayam Nitai, Dayam Nitai.
Jaya Guru Deva, Jaya Guru Deva, Guru Deva, Jaya Guru Deva.
Jaya Guru Deva, Jaya Guru Deva, Guru Deva, Jaya Guru Deva.
Jai Srila Narottam Das Thakur ki jai.
Jai.
Jai Gaura Hari Hari
Hari Bol.
And let's see. Didi, would you like to read the English? You have the book there with you? Can you hear? Devahuti Didi.
Yeah. Maharaj?
Yes. Would you like to read the English of that song? Do you have that book? Do you have the book? The book that
yes, I have.
The book song? Do you still have that song? Do you have the song we just sang on page 65?
Yes.
Can you read the English?
Yes, sure.
English
Maharaj.
translation? Thank you.
Yes.
I think Max has a question.
Okay, 1 minute.
65.
Page 65, Nitai.
Yes.
Nitai Pada Kamala. Can you read the English?
Yes, Maharaj.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yes.
Cooling, Nitai, cooling like 10 million moons, Nitai's lotus feet soothe the world with their shade. Oh brother, without Nitai, you cannot reach Radha Krishna. Firmly grasp Nitai's feet. Should I continue?
Please continue to the end, okay?
The life of one who has no connection with Nitai passed in vain. Such an animal is very wicked. What will learning aristocratic birth do for one who was immersed in worldly pleasures and never called aloud Nitai? Maddened with pride, forgetting Nitai's feet, I accept untruth as truth. When Nitai bestows his mercy, you will reach Radha Krishna in Braja. Grasp Nitai's feet. Nitai's feet are truth and his servant are eternal. Always aspire for Nitai's feet. Narottam is very sad. Oh Nitai, make me happy. Keep me beside your reddish feet. Srila Narottam Das Thakur.
Joy, Haribol. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. This song has so much condensed wisdom and knowledge and truth in it. And Narottam Das Thakur, a great, great Vaishnava. And he was able to capture everything in some of few words. And if we can understand what he's saying here, we'll know everything. Everything will be known to us. Radha Krishna means everything. Everything. Absolute truth means nothing is left out. So this most important words of Narottam Das Thakur, so beautifully expressed here. Nitai means who?
Guru Maharaj.
Gurudev.
Guru, yeah.
Gurudev means who is coming in parampara and who is saying what everyone before him, all the acharyas before him are saying, teaching the same simple and divine principles. That's all. We just have to surrender, submit ourselves to the service and instructions of Gurudev. That's all. But we have to be able to pick out who is Gurudev, who is actually saying the things that have been, the predecessors have said. Otherwise, what are we surrendering to? Not to mere form, not to a mere person. We are surrendering to the representative of the Supreme Lord himself. And even higher consciousness is to see Gurudev as non-different from the Supreme Lord himself. Acharya mam vijaniyat. We just surrender to the will of Krishna. And you have to avoid lying and cheating and criticizing devotees, especially criticizing he who represents Krishna himself. That will be our downfall. We will be dragged out, back down into the fire of material existence to rather purify the heart that is filled with those kinds of things. Are very important. Never, never, never to criticize Vaishnava. That offense we want to avoid at all costs. So give up, if we can give up that propensity to criticize others, that will be a most valuable asset and will qualify us when we come before the lotus feet of Guru and Vaishnava to avoid that offense which will throw us back down out to the material world.
Maharaj, can I ask one question?
I think there was a question from Max. No, he doesn't. Okay, yes.
How are we to understand the difference between criticism and correction?
Who are we to correct anyone? You correct yourself. Correct yourself. Correct yourself. You see something wrong. What is my problem? What is my problem in me that I am seeing this? Unless you are in a position to correct others, we shouldn't try to do that. Gurudev may have that permission. But we have to say, direct our attention to what is Gurudev saying. Others may and do different things, but we don't get involved in that. That is a trap. That is the trap to test us. Anyhow, yes,
Thank
it
you,
is
Maharaj.
possible. It is possible. It's possible if we would have enough standing, a higher standing, a higher understanding, we may be able to criticize those who are doing wrong to help them. I remember Sridhara Maharaj says, if you do with affection, criticize with affection, then no reaction will come to you. But that affection must be there. Affection must be there out of love. Must come to that platform at least before we dare to say any criticism of others. And generally, I think it's best not to hold it within your heart. At a certain time, if you think it will help, if you are talking to a more advanced devotee especially, then it's possible to say, and as a god brother or god sister, you want to help them. But generally, when we speak to the lower devotees, you criticize them, they become more upset. And they will criticize you back, and they will hold on to their conception or misconception, like anything. They won't change, and only it will agitate them more. So criticism, if it's there, must be done very properly and only and very rarely. Both from yourself, it must be proper, and the person whom you are criticizing must be proper to be able to understand and accept. In the Bhagavatam, we find much criticism, but it's not directed toward any particular person, but in a general way. Like you'll find the talk about the crows and the swans, who are picking up garbage, who are drinking nectar, and a general kind of criticism. Those who are looking for the dirty things in their life, and those who are seeking for the sweeter things. It tells anyone who is criticizing and things like that they are not considered very high. Or the frog in the well. Those who are like frogs, or camels, dogs, and asses, says what they eat. They chew on the thorns, and their tongue is bleeding. Or they eat the stools, or things like that. Those nasty things. We should not relish that. We're not to relish those things. See, rather, our mind is so attracted to the sweeter things that we don't even have any taste for criticizing. It's lost all taste for that, because there's so much valuable things, divine things in our life, in our existence. And to meditate on those things is so superior, so superb, that even to turn to other things, turn toward other things, is distasteful. So you want to avoid that. That is the sign of advancement in Krishna consciousness. If we still relish those pachalpa, then Gramya Katha, that's called village talk with the other villagers or the other community members, so-called community members. That will be our downfall. I think that's why Govinda Maharaj didn't like Facebook, and maybe the others also, because there's so much of that going on. They think themselves who are guiding others. They can give guidance to others, and they are guiding them only to hell. That's not where we seek our guidance. We seek our guidance from Gurudev, and that is called surrender. To surrender to Guru means to take guidance from Gurudev only. That also has to come with purification, that kind of surrendered attitude. Surrender means that, to accept guidance from Gurudev. Gopritve Varanam, called guardianship, to accept the guardianship of Krishna and Gurudev. Don't allow a free will. Don't allow your free will there. It says here, this is very nice. And he says, maddened with pride, forgetting Nitai's feet, I accept untruth as truth. It says it perfectly here. It is our pride means I have an independent will. I can do what I want. I can do what I choose. That's pride. Surrender means I have no independent will. I just want to follow the will of Krishna. Whatever Krishna wills, I want that to be my guidance, that to lead my life. With that mood, whatever Krishna wills, I accept that. I accept that as my will is only to choose Krishna's will, not to use it on my own, independently, separately. I don't want to be separate from the will of Krishna. I want to be submissive to that. That's surrender. Otherwise, deviating from that consciousness, that mood, we will have to be forced to accept Maya. Maya means untruth that appears as, we accept as Maya as truth. Untruth as truth. That's what it means. To depart from this mood of surrender to Gurudev and Krishna will, out of pride for our own ability to decide things, our own guidance, seek our guidance within ourselves only. That will lead us to Maya. We think it's the truth, but it's actually only an illusion of truth. Real truth is found by following the will of God, will of Guru. Thy will be done, by which not even a blade of grass, without which the blade of grass cannot move. That is knowledge. Material world means that we don't know this. We're in ignorance of this truth. His will is all in all. It sounds unusual to people who are used to doing their own thing. Conditioned souls. That sounds very weird. Sounds unreal. Yet a real devotee understands this perfectly well. Not only may not understand or may understand, but he has faith in that. That is a devotee who is devoted, one who is a surrendered soul. It's all important. And Narottam Das Thakur told that this process, by this process, one who has the mercy to accept and engage in this type of existence, that mercy will come to that person to be able to see Radha and Krishna and Braja. So please do this, he's saying. Do this. He's not saying please, he said grasp Nitai's feet. Don't be foolish, don't neglect this wonderful opportunity that is given by the mercy of Guru and Vaishnava. They know, those who do this process, engage in this process, they know what the result is. They know. Tattva darshan, they see the result of such consciousness, such mood. They see the result, and you can have that too. Please take these simple advice and apply it in your life. and you too will get the result. It's so nice. We only have to have faith in the devotees, and we will get the result. I'm sorry now. Paul, you have to translate all of that.
Yeah, no problem, Maharaj. Así esta canción tiene tanta sabiduría y conocimiento condensado. En ella, Narottam Das Thakur fue capaz de en pocas palabras poner todo. Acá se puede comprender todo. Radha Krishna es todo. El más importante está bien explicado por Narottam Das Thakur acá. Nitai es el guru, el que viene a través del parampara. Seguirlo y seguir los principios, eso es todo. Debemos rendirnos a las instrucciones de Gurudeva. Por lo tanto, no nos rendemos a una sola persona. No es una persona ordinaria, sino el representante del Señor Supremo en persona. No a alguien con conocimiento y conciencia mundano. Nosotros nos rendemos a Krishna. Así nosotros debemos evitar mentir, engañar y criticar a los devotos. Debemos evitar criticar los que representan al Señor Supremo, Sri Krishna. De lo contrario, nosotros seremos arrastrados al fuego del nacimiento material. Nunca critiquemos así al Vaishnava. Abandona esta propensión que nos cualifica para ello. Evite esta ofensa que nos arrastrará al regreso al mundo material. Entonces, Kanupriyadiri preguntó la distinción entre crítica y corrección. Y Maharaja respondió, ¿quién somos nosotros para hacer una crítica, para corregir a alguien? Corrígete a ti mismo. A menos que esa sea nuestra posición, no debemos hacerlo, no debemos hacer correcciones a nadie. Otros pueden hacer cosas distintas, pero nosotros no tenemos este trampo, eso es cosa nuestra. Nosotros no vamos a criticar. Es posible, sí, si nosotros tenemos una visión superior, quizás podamos criticar a alguien que está haciendo una cosa mala, pero no es una crítica, es para ayudarlos. Así hacemos por cariño. Pero ese afecto debe estar ahí. Debe venir de esta plataforma. Tenemos que estar en esta plataforma antes de criticar a alguien. Así que generalmente debemos evitarlo, evitar la crítica. Si estamos hablando con un devoto más avanzado, bueno, podemos hablar de esas cosas. Pero cuando estamos hablando y criticando un devoto principiante, nosotros solo estaremos agitando la mentalidad de ello, no otra cosa. Entonces, la crítica puede ser hecha en situaciones específicas y en conceptos específicos. En el Bhagavatam se habla de la distinción entre cuervos y cisnes, por lo que generalmente que se habla de la pureza o la suciedad. Entonces, no deberíamos tener que acercarnos a eso. No tenemos que tener el gusto de criticar. Hay tantas cosas más superiores. Debemos meditar en aquellas cosas que son superiores. No nos gustan las cosas que no sean las superiores. Esto es un señal de progreso, este gusto. Prajalpa, o sea, la charla del pueblo, este tipo de cosa no es favorable a nosotros. Por eso que Srila Govinda Maharaja, yo creo, no le gustaba tanto el Facebook y los otros devotos, porque allá muchas personas piensan que están guiando a los otros y cosas así. Réndete al guru y tan solo a la guía del guru. Eso también debe venir como la entrega. Esto, aceptar la guía del Gurudev. Aceptar la tutela de Krishna que se manifiesta como Gurudeva. No aceptar que nuestro libre albedrío nos guíe. Aceptar la mentira como verdad y la verdad como mentira. Así, yo tengo libre arbitrio, yo voy a hacerlo. No, eso es lo contrario. La entrega es que lo deseo de Krishna es lo que haré. No tengo libre arbitrio. Acepta esto. Mi deseo, el deseo de Krishna es mi deseo. No voy a usar mi independencia distinta de él, que no sea para causa de él. Yo no quiero estar separado de su deseo. Quiero ser sumiso a su deseo. De lo contrario, si nos desviamos de esa conciencia, nos veremos obligados a aceptar Maya, es decir, comprender mentira como verdad. Fuera del deseo de Krishna, estar fuera del deseo de Krishna nosotros, por arrogancia, orgullo, eso nos llevará a Maya. Yo puedo creer que esto es verdad, pero no es. La verdad se puede encontrar según la voluntad del Señor Supremo. Así se habla que ni siquiera una brisna de hierba se mueve sin su voluntad. Eso puede sonar extraño para gente. Es posible que mucha gente no lo comprenda. Pero el devoto siempre se entrega. Narottam Das Thakur dice que cuando tienes la misericordia de aceptar y comprender estas cosas, esta misericordia te llevará hasta Radha Krishna. Así Narottam Das Thakur habla. Mira, agárrate a los pies de lotos de Nitai. Agárrate a los pies de ellos. No habla por favor, habla, agárrate en eso. Así, él sabe cuál es el resultado. Él conoce el resultado de tales humores. Y así nosotros también podemos tener. Nosotros solo tenemos nuestra fe. Ok, Maharaj.
Rivo, thank you so much. Try to go, Babu.
How does he remember all that?
I write it. No,
Oh, you write it. And I'm thinking, my goodness. Super memory.
you know, I tried by memory, but so many sweet words that I prefer to write. Exactly.
Maharaj, may I ask a question?
Please, Babu.
Maharaj, you said thy will be done. And how do we see this in the world, in this world, when we see so much going wrong? And it's sometimes very hard to reconcile. How do we...
Gurudev, the words, the direction or guidance of Gurudev is non-different from the will of Krishna. And we find that in the parampara. We read in the books of Gurudev, of our Guru Varga. This way, we know what is what. And also from those eternal servants of Gurudev who have surrendered, who are surrendered to the words and instruction of Gurudev, we can also learn from them what is the will of the Lord. Anything different from that is our own will.
Thank you, Maharaj.
Hare Krishna.
Can I translate, Maharaj? Así el Prabhu preguntó, ¿cómo que yo puedo saber cuál es el deseo del maestro, no? Entonces, con el mundo que se tiene tantas cosas erradas, tantas cosas malas. Y así habló, la palabra y las instrucciones del Gurudeva no son diferentes del deseo de Krishna. Así nosotros miramos en nuestros libros y nuestro Guru Varga, y también en los sirvientes eternos. Así, ellos siempre están siguiendo el deseo del Señor. Algo distinto de eso no es el deseo del Señor.
Okay. Ariyananda, Prabhu, and Ananditi, Priyatama, Bhagavati, and Priyadakshina. Any of you would like to? Any of you would like to?
Very good, very good.
Very good. Huh? Any of you would like to sing a bhajan?
Yes, Mahara. Sri Guru Vaishnava Maddened 55.
En el pequeño, ¿tú sabes, Prabhu, cuál es la página?
54.
54, bueno.
54. Okay.
Yeah, 54, Maharaj.
Jai.
Sri Guru Sharana Padma Kevala Vakati Satma
Sri
Guru Sharana Padma Abhakati Sadma
Vando Mui Samadana Mate
Vando Muni Sabadhana Mate
Yahara Prasade Vai Eva Vatori Jai
Yahara Prasade Vai Eva Vatori
Na Prakti Oi Yaha Oi Te
Krishna Bhaktiya Hoite
Guru Muta Padma Vakya Shite Te Kori Jai Kya
Guru
Mukha Padma vakya chitete kariya aikya Aranakari hamane asa Shri Guru Charane Rati Ese Utamagati
Prasade Pure Sarva Asa
Ye
Ye Prasade Pure Sarva Asa
Ye Prasade Pure Sarva Asa
Ye
Ye Prasade Pure Sarva Asa
Tundana dilo ye jame jame Prabhu se
Chakshadhana dilaye janme janme Prabhu se
Nijanjan hृदय प्रकाशितो
Divya Gyan Hriday Prakashita
Prema Bhakti Jaha hoite Advina Vina Sayate
Prema
Bhakti Yaha Hoite Avidya Vinyasayate
Vede Gai Jahara Sharito
Vedagaya Hara Charito
Guru Karuna Sindhu Adama Janara Bandhu
Shri Guru Karuna Sindhu Adhama Janara Bandhu
Lokana Lokera Jivana
Lokanath Lokera Jivana
Aha Prabhu Korodoya Deho More Padashaya
Prabhu Korodoya Dehamore Parachaya
Eveya Sagu Sutri Bhuvana
Rama Laila Sarana
Adama Lalu Sharana
Edama Laila Sarana
Uyapade Luinu Sharana Saranilam
Ami Saranilam
Avaya Sip Sada Padme Saranilam
Abhaya Sripad Padme Saranilam
Doya Koro He
Joya Koro He
Atita Pavan Siguru De Doya Koro He
Ati Pavan Shri Guru Dev Dhaya Koro He
Mapatita Jene Doya Koro He
Adama Patita Jene Daya Koro He
Jai Guru De Guru De Guru De Jai Jai Guru De
Jaya Jaya Guru Dev Guru Dev Guru Dev Jaya Jaya Guru Dev
Jai Jai Guru De Guru De Guru De Jai Jai Guru De
Guru Dev Guru Dev Guru Dev Jaya Jaya Guru Dev
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare.
Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol.
Nitai Gaura Hari
Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol.
Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol.
Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol.
Nitai Gaura Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna. Jai.
Now, let's see. Tony, Prabhu, can you hear me?
See?
Tony? Doesn't. We don't get him also often. Max, Dr. Max, are you there? Can you hear me?
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Maharaj.
Hi, Haribol. Do you know that? Do you have the book first of all that we're reading? Yes. On page, what is that? 54. If you like to read the English for us,
Okay.
thank you.
Beginning with O Souls.
I carefully offer my obeisance on page 54.
My apologies, I don't see
It's
that.
Sanskrit says Sri Guru Charana Padma.
Oh, okay, I see it. I carefully offer my obeisances to Sri Guru's lotus feet, which are the sole abode of devotion. O brother, by his mercy we cross over this world and reach Krishna. Make the teachings from Sri Guru's lotus mouth one with your heart, and do not desire anything else within your heart. Attachment to Sri Guru's feet is the best path. By his mercy, all desires are fulfilled. He who gave me the gift of eyes is my Lord, birth after birth. He manifests the divine knowledge in my heart. He gives prema bhakti and destroys ignorance. The Vedas sing of his character. Sri Guru is an ocean of mercy and the friend of the fallen. He is the Lord and life of all people. O Master, be merciful. Give me the shade of your lotus feet. The fallen soul has taken shelter of you. This fallen soul has taken shelter of you. I have taken shelter. I have taken shelter at your lotus feet, where there is no fear. Please be merciful to me. O Sri Gurudev, Savior of the fallen, please be merciful to me. Understanding that I am lowly and fallen, be merciful to me. All glory to you, Sri Gurudev.
Joy, evil.
Jai.
Krishna.
Thank you very much.
Anindita quiere cantar una canción que se llama Avatara Sara.
Maharaj, Anindita Didi would like to sing Avatara Sara.
Avatara Sada.
Yes.
Okay, 1 minute. I just want to make one comment on this bhajan. Srila Acharya Dev, in one of his talks, I remember, he commented on this verse 2, Guru Mukha Padma Vakya. Vakya means the words, huh? And Padma, from the lotus lips, Mukha, lotus face, lotus lips of Gurudev. The words from the lotus lips of Gurudev. Chitete Koriya Akya, huh? Na Arana Kari Mane As. Make that one with your heart and do not desire anything else within your heart. Srila Chardev made a comment on this one time in his lecture. He says, you're all liars. The devotees, you're all liars. You're singing this song. Guru Mukha Padma Vakya. You're singing this song, but you're not doing it. You're not following it. Therefore, you're all liars. Saying one thing and doing another, that's called lying. Don't be liars. Don't be such liars. Lying, Prabhupada once said, whoever lies will also cheat. Those who lie will also cheat. You're cheating yourself. You're cheating Guru. You're cheating Krishna. Krishna is a bigger cheat than you are. He will take you down. He will cheat you of his mercy. Everything. You are claiming to following the teachings and singing the songs and so many things, but you're lying and you're cheating, therefore, and you will be sent back to the material world. Oh, very nice. I was very happy to hear Chayamaya say that. Very nice. All right. You want to translate that?
Maharaja, sure. Así quiero hacer un comentario sobre este bhajan. Acharya Maharaj en una conferencia comentó sobre este verso que habla los labios de lotos de Gurudeva y las palabras de lotos de Gurudeva. Haz esto uno con tu corazón, no desee más nada. Y Acharya Maharaj enseguida habló, todos ustedes son mentirosos. Los están cantando eso, pero no lo hacen, no lo siguen. Así que todos son mentirosos, dicen una cosa y hacen otra cosa. Eso se llama mentir, no ser mentirosos. Prabhupada también acostumbraba decir que la persona que miente también engaña. Y así engaña a sí mismo. Te intenta engañar el Guru y a Krishna. Pero Krishna es muy más experiente en engañar. Y así puede engañar a ti y hacer que tú quedas en este mundo material. Si está cantando este sonido y estás mintiendo, entonces será devuelto al mundo material. Así, un buen ejemplo. Que fue un buen ejemplo. Yo quedé muy contento de escuchar a Acharya Maharaj hablando eso. Muy contento.
Okay, Hare Krishna. Then what's the next song you want to sing?
Avatara Sara Gaura Avatara Maharaj.
Page?
Página 81.
Oh, sí.
Page number 81, Maharaj.
Very nice.
Muy bien.
We are trying, huh?
Yeah.
Avatara Sara Gaura Avatara.
Avatara Sara
Gaura Avatara. Nana Baji Letare. Hari Nirevasa Gela Napyasa. Apanakara Maseri. Avatara Sara Gaura Avatara.
Avatara Sara
Avatara
Gora
Sara Gauraha
Avatara
Avatara
Enana Bajali
Jilitare
Ashera Vera Se Parasa
Parase Parasa
Sukila
Sukile Mana
Nase
Nase
Pasa
Pepasila
Kita
Kita
Isudandavavi
Kata
Katavi Kata
Susilimana
Susimana
Kemane
Emani
Emane
Pai
Pai
Vimita
Vimita
Avatara
Avatara Sara
Avatara Sara Gaura
Sara
Avatara
Enona Bajali
Lilitare
Hara Hari Jada
Hara
Parilimana Shamana Kinkara Sapa Sita la Balia
Ya Aguna Pohali Mana. Haili Vajara Tapa.
Avatara
Samsara Bajili Shri Goranga Bhulili.
Enona
Nasunili
Bajali
Sarurakare.
Samsara Bajili Sikuranga
Sri
Lili
Nasunili Sadhura Iha Parakala Dukala Kaile Papana Avatara Sara Gura Avatara Enona Bajali
Enana
Tare
Bajile Tare
Nitai
Nitai
Gaura
Gaura
Haribo
Haribo
Haribo Haribo
Oh,
Nitai
Nitai
Gaura
Gaura
Haribo
Haribo.
Hare
Nitai
Hare
Gaura
Krishna
Haribo.
Krishna
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 Oh,
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare Krishna
Krishna
Rama
Hare
Rama
Krishna
Rama Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama
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 Hare
Hare
Rama
Rama
Hare.
Hare
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Haribol.
Haribol.
Little hard to hear. That's okay. Thank you so much. All right. I like this one. It said, Yo, O mind, you resided beside water, but did not quench your thirst. You returned to your selfishness. Everyone in this material world is traveling in a desert. They don't have a dry mental speculation, personalism, all parched in the desert of material existence with impersonalism and ignorance. And they come to Guru Dev. What is that called? The desert, in the desert when the water is there.
A mirage.
Mirage.
Yeah. They're not merely a mirage. It's actually water there.
Oasis.
But you don't quench your thirst at that water. And return. And because of selfishness, we don't want to give up our selfish interest. We want to continue with our ignorance and impersonalism, self-conceit. Without giving that up, we turn away from that water, the water that will quench all of our needs. This is the problem, selfishness. Mahaprabhu came to distribute frame, Krishna frame. Take it. He's distributing it freely, yet some people are turning away, only due to selfishness. This is the sinful nature of the conditioned soul. Anyhow, I like that. Very nice. Mind.
May I translate, Maharaj? One moment.
Yes.
Acá está se diciendo, Maharaj estaba diciendo que como habla el primero verso, todo en este mundo material es casi como un desierto. Racionalismo seco, impersonalismo, ignorancia. Así nosotros llegamos hasta Gurudeva, que es como un oasis. Pero nosotros no saciamos nuestra sed. Nosotros no tomamos esta agua. Yo quiero quedarme con mi egoísmo. Por eso abandono esta agua. Este es el problema, el egoísmo. Mahaprabhu ha venido a otorgar Krishna Prema a todos. Y sin embargo, algunos de nosotros nos apartamos de él.
Thank you. Yes, I remember Prabhupada taught us that life comes from life. So simple when we heard that, so simple. He said, this is science. Anyone can look around and see the experience that life comes from life is there for everyone. Scientific means observation. Observe, what do you see? Life comes from life. But the rascals want to, with their mind, think that life comes from matter. It's only mental. They don't see it. Life doesn't come from matter when we look. But they think, mind is thinking. So this mind is the problem. Mind is making up things. And we are following the mind instead of following the reality. This is the problem. Look, see what is happening. Then you can understand scientifically. Science means observation, experience. I can see what is happening. And what is the problem? Krishna. Don't let the mind control. Don't let the mind control you. Haribol, Haribol.
Así me recuerdo de Prabhupada diciéndonos que vida viene de vida. Ha sido tan sencillo escuchar eso, pues es ciencia. Todos pueden ver y percibir eso. Ciencia es observación, la observación que la vida viene de vida. Pero algunos engañadores piensan que la vida viene de la materia. No miran que la vida viene de la vida. Así están solamente pensando con sus mentes. La mente crea cosas y nosotros muchas veces seguimos la mente en vez de seguirnos la realidad, ver la realidad. O sea, la ciencia está diciendo por observación y experiencia. Así tenemos que observar la realidad, no dejar que la mente controle a nosotros.
All right, then, time now is what? 2:40. Okay, any other requests? What shall we go to reading? Prapanna Jivanamrita. Any questions?
¿Alguien tiene alguna pregunta?
Maharaj, I have
Yes,
one question.
please, please.
Maharaj, we know that we have to be very careful not to hurt anybody, any other living being and all. But many times, inevitably, we would have done it. Many times. We get to hurt others, whether we want it or not, unknowingly and knowingly we hurt. That time, what to do? Like, how do we avoid all that?
How do we avoid hurting others, huh?
Yeah.
Yes.
Intention is not to hurt. But sometimes we hurt.
Do that. Yes. Yes. Krishna does that too. We have to. When Mahaprabhu was dancing, he may put his foot on our head in dancing above us. So he has to have some place to put his feet. And yeah, he puts his feet on our head. Devotees are happy when the foot of Mahaprabhu comes on their head. But they're not only happy, they're ecstatic when they feel the foot of Mahaprabhu. But sometimes that foot is also pressing down and there is pain. And pressing down causes pain. And the devotees may cry. But those are tears of ecstasy. Those are tears of ecstasy for the devotee. For the non-devotee, they feel some pain and they are crying. Same thing, but how they, whether their heart is devotionally inclined or materially inclined, they may see it either way. It's the same dancing, but some see it as this way, some see it as that way. It depends on how we see things. That is the point. The angle of vision, Sridhar Maharaj used to speak of, the angle of vision. What is our angle of vision? If we think everything is supposed to be for us, to go according to our will, our pleasure, then we may feel some pain in Krishna's dancing. That is our business. That is our way of seeing. Devotee sees everything by the footsteps of the Lord, by the will of the Lord. He doesn't feel that it's any pain. He interprets it in a different way. Interprets that as ecstasy. He feels ecstasy. So like that. We are going through this world also. By the dancing of the Lord, by the will of the Lord. We are being moved in different ways. Sometimes those movements may cause pain. Sometimes they may cause something else. But it's all Maya, if you see it that way, for others to think like that. and for you to think like that. You are the servant of Krishna. His pleasure is the only thing we are searching for, the only thing we need. His will. If we are following that, then the consequences of that are not ours. When Arjuna was asked to kill others, he rejected that. No, I can't kill my own relatives. I'll give them so much pain. Krishna told him, you have to submit to my order. And if you do that, then I can assure you, you won't feel any problem. You'll be free. You'll be liberated. Sarva dharmam parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja. Aham tvam sarva papebhyo. I'll take all of your pap, all of your sinful activities. Aham tvam sarva papebhyo moksha shyami mahasacha. And you'll get liberated. You'll be free from all the reactions of your actions. So when we are acting for Krishna, we don't have to think about those things. Just like the man fighting in the army for the government to protect the country. He may have to kill somebody, kill the enemy. But when he comes home, he gets a parade. He not treated like a murderer. He is fighting in the army, he is killing people. But when he comes back, they don't say, oh, you are a murderer, you killed so many people. No, they consider him hero. Is freed from those things because he was not working on his own behalf. So if we are working on our own behalf, then the reactions for our activities will come back to hurt us. But when we are acting for the will of the Lord, there will be no reaction. He'll be freed. Understand? Hi. Shamaguri Haribol. Dhanyavad.
Maharaj, Dandavas Pranams Devotee.
Dhanyavad. Dhanyavad. Hare Krishna.
She said, Maharaj, I just came back from the hospital, so I will take a shower and clean myself. Then I
Hare Krishna. Hope your mother's okay. Everything is okay.
Dentro do possível, não está bem, a mãe está acamada.
Yeah, in the possible way, she's fine. She's in a bed, but it's 1 year already.
Evil. Nalini Titi. Hare Krishna.
Dandavas Pranams.
Dhanyavad. Is that okay, Devotee Didi?
Yes, Maharaj. Yeah. So what happens is, this is as far as human beings are concerned, and any action if we are doing towards thinking about Krishna, and in the process if we hurt anybody, then it means that you don't have to worry about the sinful reactions. That's what you mean to say.
Yes, that's how our.
But if at all you're doing anything with the sense like I'm doing, and then in case if you hurt, then you're definitely going to have the reaction.
Yes.
That is what you said.
Then
yeah, I understood.
Yes.
Small, it looks very foolish for you, but I may use some rat poison and kill the rat because it is harming me at home. So what is those sort of actions? It is not directly related to anything. It is like environment concern. I cannot have some rodents coming into the house. So those, I will kill that with the poison. I'm not supposed to harm animals, but I'm doing it. So how that may be very sinful, but I have to do because it is unavoidable.
Yes, no doubt there will be some imperfections in our life. Just like it is said that fire always accompanied by smoke. Fire is used for cooking your food. The smoke doesn't help in the cooking, but it's there with the fire. So some imperfection is always there in this material world. We can't avoid. But that does not mean we give up our devotional activities. It doesn't mean we don't offer sacrifice because the fire is not perfect. It does not mean we don't offer fire yagya, agnihotra. We can still do, even with the imperfection. So we don't consider ourselves perfect. Rather, we consider ourselves always fallen souls. And therefore, we need the mercy of the Lord. If we are perfect and we think, well, I'm perfect, I don't need anything else than my own perfection. But that's not good mentality. We must feel that we need the mercy of the Lord, that we are sinful persons. And from that mercy, everything can become purified. That is the purifying element, is mercy, not our perfect services. We will become puffed up if I think I'm a very pure person and Krishna will accept everything I offer just like that. Rather, we consider I am very imperfect. Dear Guru Dev, that's why we offer to Guru Dev first. Anything we do, we offer first at the lotus feet of Guru Dev. Dear Guru Dev, I'm a very imperfect person. Please accept this offering and cleanse it and offer it to Krishna for me, because I have no capacity to order anything pure to Krishna's lotus feet. That will make us humble and proper candidate for the mercy of the Lord. And it is by that mercy only that we can attain Krishna's lotus feet. By the permission from above, not by anything that we do below, but from the above world, that mercy will come down to us and lift us to that plane. The proper approach. Okay?
Maharaj, can I ask just a clarification, rather, just if I've understood you correctly?
Okay, 1 minute, Prabhu. Go, Jada Gopal, you want to translate that?
Yes, Maharaj, please. Así la Didi de Bhakuti Didi preguntó, Maharaj, yo sé que nosotros tenemos que tener mucho cuidado para no hacer daño a ninguna otra entidad viviente, pero en nuestro mundo que vivimos muchas veces hacemos mal a las otras entidades vivientes, mismo que no demos cuenta de eso o no. Entonces, Maharaj, ¿cómo podemos evitarlo si estamos haciendo sin querer? Maharaj respondió, Krishna es la verdad. Cuando Mahaprabhu baila, entonces puede ser que ponga sus pies sobre nuestra cabeza. Así, él pone los pies sobre nuestra cabeza y los devotos se quedan contentos con eso. La verdad, no solamente contentos, pero estáticos. Muchas veces este pie se está presionando fuertemente para abajo. Así, el devoto puede llorar, pero eso son lágrimas de éxtasis. El devoto no está sintiendo dolor. Así hay la vida inclinada a devoción y la vida inclinada a materia. Algunas personas miran de un modo y de un lado y otras personas miran de otro. Depende de cómo veamos las cosas, el ángulo de visión. Como acostumbraba decir Srila Maharaja, si pensamos que todo es para nosotros, para nuestro placer, entonces nosotros vamos a sentir algún dolor. La visión del devoto mira que todo es del Señor. Él no mira dolor en nadie, ve todo como éxtasis. En este mundo nosotros somos movidos por el deseo del Señor. Y así puede ser que imponga eso o aquello, pero tenemos que comprender que todo es maya. Y así nosotros podemos pensar, nosotros somos servos de Krishna y el placer de él es la única cosa que deseamos. Si nosotros estuviéramos siguiendo eso, entonces las consecuencias de las acciones no serán de nosotros. Cuando le dijeron a Arjuna que matara a los otros, él rechazó eso. Dijo que no podría matar a sus parientes. Krishna dijo, tú tienes que seguir mis órdenes y si lo haces, tú estarás libre. Sarva dharma parityayama mekam sharanam raja. Yo eliminaré todos los papas y así tú estarás libre de todas las reacciones. Así, por ejemplo, cuando los militares tienen que matar a alguien por el gobierno en la guerra, Cuando regresan, son recibidos por una grande conmemoración. No los se considera a ellos como asesinos, incluso que están matando. Sí los considera un héroe, porque no están actuando por sí mismos, pero por su propio interés. Así no se crea una reacción para ellos. Lo que esto sucede es que las acciones humanas hechas para Krishna, si tú haces ellas para Krishna, tú no tienes que se preocupar. Si tú estás haciendo puramente sin intención. Entonces la Didi habló, si comprendí bien, entonces, si estoy haciendo la acción para Krishna con buena intención, no hay problema. Pero si estoy haciendo sabiendo que eso hay una mala intención, entonces yo voy a coger, por ejemplo, Maharaja, las ratas. A veces yo tengo que matarlas poniendo veneno y contaminando ellas porque es peligroso. Es un pecado, pero tengo que hacerlo. Y Maharaja habló, ciertamente habrá imperfecciones en nuestra vida. Al igual el humo acompaña el fuego del yagna, por ejemplo. De esta forma, en el mundo material siempre habrá imperfecciones, pero por eso no quiere decir que nosotros vamos a dejar de hacer el sacrificio porque sale humo. No dejaremos nuestra vida devocional, pero no nos consideraremos perfectos. Nosotros necesitamos de la misericordia del Señor. Si yo creo que yo soy perfecto, yo pensaré que haré todo por mí mismo, que todo soy yo que estoy haciendo. Yo tengo que pensar muy sencillamente, yo tengo que pensar que yo necesito de la misericordia del Señor. Yo no tengo un servicio perfecto. Yo me equivocaré si pienso que soy un gran devoto y que Krishna acepta todo lo que ofrezco. Siempre ofrezco primero al Guru, pidiéndolo que él ofrezca a Krishna, porque yo no puedo hacerlo. Así nosotros podemos nos tornar humildes. Eso nos convertirá en candidatos idóneos para la misericordia del Señor. Y con su permiso, el mundo superior dará su misericordia que nos elevará. Este es nuestro enfoque en la vida devocional. Yes, Maharaj.
Thank you, Jai Krishna Prabhu. My dandavats to you. Jivananda Prabhu, what is your question?
Well, just clarification. So in this specific example, when we do an act like this, what I understand is like we actually pray for those beings as well, which we are hurting, to the Gurudev and to the Lord, that please deliver them as well. And if any mistake, so I mean, in a way, maybe ask, as you said, maybe ask for forgiveness in a way, and also and ask to bless them as well.
Yes.
Am I?
Yes. Yes, devotee does not want to harm anyone. Oh, yeah. Our purpose, our goal of a devotee is to develop love for Krishna. And is there anywhere that Krishna does not exist? What does it say in the Bhagavad Gita? Vasudeva Sarvamiti Samahatma Sadurlabha. It means Krishna is everywhere, everything. Such a soul who can see like that is very rare to find. Mahatma. Samahatma Sadurlabha means such a devotee, such a Mahatma, great soul, who can see Vasudeva Sarvamiti, who sees that Krishna is everywhere. Such a soul is very rare to find in this world. That is the Krishna consciousness. One who has developed Krishna consciousness is that way. And then what is the question of? Hurting others. For a devotee to hurt others, it means to hurt Krishna. But you're a devotee. Your only intention is to serve, to please Krishna. No question of hurting others. No question of any desire to hurt others. Always seeing with loving eyes. Everyone, everywhere. Pramanjana churita bhakti vilochanena shantakshadaiva hridaye sivilokiyanti yam shama sundaram achintyakana swarupam. Everywhere a look whose eyes are tinged with the salve of love of God, Krishna Prem. He can see anything but Samsundar. Then how he can offend others, hurt others? Not possible. That is not within his consciousness or her consciousness. Not there. Doesn't exist. So those who are acting like that, they are not Krishna conscious. That is the meaning. That is the meaning of the material world. You're saying anything but Krishna and just doing this and that and the other thing to one another. That is why this Krishna consciousness movement is so important. To relieve the world of all these things as possible. And the saints are teaching us that process. Understand?
Thank you, Maharaj.
Huh?
¿Puedo traducir? Can I translate, Maharaj?
Please, please, please.
Entonces el Prabhu preguntó, Maharaj, cuando hacemos eso, en realidad pedimos también a Gurudeva para que dé sus bendiciones a estos animalitos y cosas así. ¿Estoy cierto, Maharaj? El Maharaj dijo, el devoto no quiere dañar a nadie. Nuestro objetivo como devoto es desarrollar amor por Krishna y no hay lugar de donde no exista Krishna. Vasudeva Sarvameti, lo que significa que Krishna está en todas las partes. Alguien que viene así, mira las cosas así, es un Mahatma. Alguien que mira a Krishna en todas las partes, esa alma es rara de encontrar en este mundo. Eso es la conciencia de Krishna. Pero que el punto de dañar a los otros, para esta persona, dañar a los otros es dañar a Krishna. Así, el devoto no tiene ningún deseo a dañar a los demás. Y él siempre mira con ojos amorosos. Donde quiera que mire, no puede ver nada más que Shama Sundar. Entonces, ¿cómo puede ofender a los demás? No es parte de su conciencia, no está ahí. Eso es para aquellos que no son conscientes de Krishna. Por eso el movimiento de la conciencia de Krishna es tan importante. Y así los santos están nos enseñando este proceso. ¿Comprende, Prabhu? Yes, Maharaj.
Anything else?
¿Alguna pregunta más?
Okay. If not, we can go to reading Prapanna Jivanamrita for our next half hour or so. We're on page 93.
Nosotros estamos en la página 93.
And we're on text 4.
Así estamos en el capítulo 6, texto 4.
Prapanna Jivanamrita. Dhruvananda Prabhu, do you have that book?
Yes, Maharaj. No, page 93, right?
Yes. Text
Prabhu,
number
capítulo
4.
7. Yadugopal. El
Cuatro.
capítulo 7.
4.
Yes.
¿Ah?
Paragraph.
Capítulo 6.
Paragraph 4.
93. Do you want me to read, Maharaj?
Who's saying that?
Page
Oh,
93.
no. Yes. No, we'll read it that you can hear.
Yes.
Sarva Sadguna Vigraha Atma Prado Harir Eva Gopitvena Varaniya.
Yes, Maharaj.
Kaha Panditas Tavad Tvad Aparam Sharanam Samiyad Bhakta Priyad Rittagriha Sudhida Kritanchit Kritagyat Sarvandadati Sudhido Bhajato Bikaman Atmanam Ap Upachaya Pachayo Nayasya Srimad Akrorasha. You can read the English, Rupananda Prabhu.
Yes, Maharaj.
Go ahead.
Only the self-giving Lord, Sri Hari, the supreme good, should be petitioned for guardianship. You give your affection to your devotees. Your word is truth. You are the ever grateful friend. Can any intelligent person thus take refuge in anyone but you? You fulfill all the desires of the sincere souls that serve you, giving your very self to them. And yet you are neither augmented nor diminished thereby. Srimad Akrura.
So here we see this idea, this conception. Gopritvena varaniyaha. Gopritvena, do you remember what that means? Gopritve varaniyaha. Gopritve. No, remember what that means? Guardianship, huh? Guardianship means Guru Dev. To accept the guardianship, to accept that your life is guided by Guru, by the will of Guru and Krishna. Your life is directed by the will of Guru and Krishna. Guru and Krishna are one in Gurudev. Krishna appears to his devotee in the form of Guru. You accept that guardianship, accept that guidance, not your own will, but the will of Guru, the will of Krishna. I am guided by that. I have no independent will. I have an independent will, but I choose by that will. I will myself to be guided by Guru and Krishna because I know that is perfect. That is perfect. This is intelligence. Who has intelligence? He knows. I'm not going on by my will. By my own will, what have I done? I can't make the sun shine in the morning. Parent can't make their kids do what they want. Husband can't make the wife do what he wants. The workers can't make the boss do what they want. What can we do? And not our will that's being done in this world. Everyone has their own independence. We can't make someone become a devotee. Guru can't even make his disciples listen to become good devotees. That each person has to make their own decision on that. They have to, because we all have our free will, we have to learn how to submit our will. That is called surrender. How to submit our will to the will of Gurudev. It requires two persons. Who is willing and who is submitting the will. Other religions, they don't have Guru. Then to whom are they surrendering? Only themselves. Some people say, I don't need Guru. Then who are they surrendered to? Themselves. They're worshiping themselves. This is Saraswati Thakur's conclusion. Those who do not accept the will of Gurudev are worshiping themselves. They have no other will to submit to but their own. It means they accept themselves as God. So only the self-giving Lord, the Supreme Good, should be petitioned for guardianship. Krishna is not interested in any particular thing for himself. He by himself is for everything is for him already. What is he interested in? This is his nature. So by coming to such a self-satisfied Lord, we can find our own self-satisfaction there. We are created for that. We are created for him. And by being for him, by serving him, we become what we are. All it takes is surrender, and we can become what we are. That is self-realization. That is self-determination. That is intelligence. Hare Krishna. Okay. Gotta go, Paul.
Yes.
Your
Y
turn.
aquí viene la idea y la concepción. Kotrvena Varnyaha, o sea, el significado es guardián, el Gurudev. Aceptar que nuestra vida está guiada por el Guru, por el deseo del Guru y de Krishna. Es así que la vida se está dedicada al deseo del Guru. Krishna manifiesta hacia el devoto a través del Guru. Debemos aceptar su deseo, el deseo del Guru y Krishna, no el deseo de nosotros. Yo no debo tener ningún deseo separado de ello. Sí, yo tengo libre albedrío, pero con él yo elijo seguir los deseos del Guru y de Krishna. Porque esto es perfecto. Esto es inteligencia. Quien tiene inteligencia sabe que yo estoy haciendo las cosas por tanto tiempo, pero puedo hacer que mis hijos hagan lo que yo quiero. A mi esposa, puedo hacer que el sol naza de la mañana. ¿Qué podemos hacer? Así, no es nuestro deseo que dicta el mundo. Nosotros no podemos hacer nada si nos volvemos devotos. Así, siquiera el Guru puede hacer que sus discípulos se conviertan en grandes devotos. Entonces, todos nosotros tenemos libre albedrío y debemos aprender a someterlo al de Gurudeva. Eso requiere dos personas, quien está se sometiendo y quien está guiando. Otras religiones no tienen el maestro, el Guru, de modo que aquellos que no aceptan el deseo de Gurudeva no se están rindiendo. Así, están pensando a sí mismos como Dios. Entonces, llego al maestro autorrealizado y allá puedo encontrar nuestra realización con el Señor Supremo. Servíndolo, por servirle, yo puedo me convertir en que yo soy en realidad. Eso es inteligencia, eso es autorrealización y también determinación, autodeterminación.
Yes, thank you. So this one point, Gopritve Varanam. Gopritve Varanam, this accepting the Lord as guardian means surrendering to Guru, is the central point of all the 6 limbs of surrender. This one is the most important. All the other limbs of surrender, there are 6 limbs of surrender, and this one is the most important. From this, all the others can come in a proper order. Ed, you can say?
Yes. Así, y también un punto que se debe recordar es que Gopitve Varanam, eso de me render al maestro, al deseo del maestro, de todas las partes de la rendición, es lo más importante. Allá se encuentra todas las otras 6 partes del camino de la rendición.
Does anyone know the 6 limbs of surrender? What they are?
¿Alguien conoce los 6 caminos de la rendición? Gauri Maharaja is saying here, I will translate to her, okay?
Yeah.
To accept what's favorable, reject what is unfavorable, accept the protection of the Lord, she said that she doesn't remember the others, like blind Herman.
Okay. Anyone else to remember?
¿Alguien más recuerda de alguno distinto?
Maharaj, is one of them about pride, not to be puffed up?
No, well, of course, that's there. Okay.
Is one of them surrendering everything unto the Lord?
Yes, but all these, we have to, you can look in this Prapanna Jivanamrita, the different chapters are telling about the 6 limbs of surrender. And you read that. And this one, of Gopta Varanam, accepting the guardianship of the Lord, is the most important of all those. You'll find. And this book is divided into 10 chapters. 6 of them are about the different limbs. 6 different limbs of Sharanagati. Prapanna Jivanamrita means the book about the surrendered souls, about surrender. Bhakti Vinod wrote his Sharanagati poem. You have heard, we sing many of the songs from that book, Sharanagati. And Sridhara has written the Prapanna Jivanamrita, which collects all the verses from devotees, from the scriptures, from the saints, from the scriptures, from the Supreme Lord, and from the devotees. 3 categories. He collects all the verses and on Sharanagati and puts them in this one book. All the important verses. Puts them in this one book. They're very nicely compiled. And of all these, this surrender to the guardianship of the Lord is the most important element of surrender. All are contained in that. Okay.
Prabhu.
What page are you
Yalu
reading?
Gopal.
I'm sorry?
Una vez yo le pregunté al tema de Saranagati a Srila Acharya D, porque tenía alguna duda de los 6 pasos, ¿no? Y que bueno, que es tomar al Señor Krishna como lo supremo, aceptar su respaldo, el respaldo del Señor Krishna en todo en la vida, aceptar lo favorable para el proceso devocional, rechazar lo desfavorable. Pero de esos 6 procesos tengo entendido que la base es el primer paso, que es la humildad. Y bueno, y los demás, aceptar a Krishna y todo, ¿no? Pero yo le pregunté a Srila Acharya de Gurudeva, ¿cómo puedo desarrollar rendición hacia ti? Entonces, Srila Acharya de se quedó así, un poco así, pensando, se rió un poco, así se sonrió sutilmente en sus labios, y él dijo, esa misma pregunta que tú me estás haciendo, se la hice yo a mi maestro espiritual. Y mi maestro espiritual me dio una respuesta. Y esa misma respuesta te la voy a dar a ti. La bendición es que si tu Gurudev te dice que el sol sale por el oeste, tú lo aceptas sin cuestionarlo en lo absoluto. Si logras hacer eso, entonces eres alguien rendido. Jai Gurudev.
Maharaj, first I will translate what you said, then I will translate what Harinanda said. Okay, Maharaj?
Okay.
Primero yo voy a traducir lo que Maharaj estaba diciendo, que no ha hecho la finalización. Así Maharaj estaba diciendo, puede ver que en el Prapanna Jivanamrita él habla de los 6 caminos de entrega. Gopetra Varanam es lo más importante de todos. Por lo tanto, el Prapanna Jivanamrita se divide en 10 capítulos, 6 de los cuales son los 6 caminos de Saranagati. O sea, Prapanna Jivanamrita son las enseñanzas de las almas entregadas, rendidas. Así como Bhaktivinoda Thakur escreveu Saranagati, Sridhara Maharaja escreveu Prapanna Jivanamrita, a quien recopila todos los versos del Señor Supremo en 3 categorías, y así se pone estos versos tan importantes en un libro. Es una compilación muy importante Así, rendirse a guarda del Señor es lo más importante, pues en eso se contiene todo. And now, okay, change the language. And Maharaj, once I asked the Acharya Maharaj about Saranagati, that I was with some doubts about the 6 steps of Saranagati, as taking Krishna as the Supreme Lord, take his protection, accept the favorable, and etc. And Maharaj, I have thinking about, and I think also that it's very important, and the first step is the humility. I asked it to Acharya Maharaj, Gurudeva, how can I develop the rendition to you? And he answered me, Prabhu, this is the same question that you are doing right now. This is the same question that I made to my spiritual master. And he gave me an answer that I will give to you. He told me, if Gurudeva says that the Sams is born in the north or in the west, east, you accept it without any question. Then he said, Jai Gurudev.
Very nice. So many things I have heard also similar to that. Our purpose is not to be right. Our purpose in this world is not to be right. Our purpose is to demonstrate in our lives the absolute right of the Lord, of Krishna, through our life of surrender to Him. That's all. We have no other purpose. If others can see through our surrender to Krishna and learn what it means to accept the Lord as the absolute goodness, the absolute good, then we will be of some benefit to others. That's all. Benefit to ourselves and benefit to others. Hare Krishna.
Así hay tantas cosas que yo escuché que son así cerca de eso. Y el propósito de nuestra vida, de nuestro propósito, no es que tengamos razón. El propósito del mundo no es estarmos correctos, pero sí de usar nuestra vida para el bien supremo del Señor. A través de nuestra rendición a Él, no hay ningún otro propósito. Si las otras personas miraren nuestra rendición al Señor Krishna, o sea, aceptar al Señor como el bien absoluto, entonces estaremos dando este bien, este beneficio a las otras personas como a nosotros mismos.
Okay. Have we stopped here? What time now? 3:22. So I think we'll end today and hope to see you all next week. Thank you all so much for coming, inspiring one another to develop our Krishna consciousness to the most perfect degree we can. Many of these things we are inspired to follow, then the result is assured. Result is assured. We only have to try. Try our best to follow. Apply these things in our life. My humble dandavats to all. Jadu Krishna Prabhu, you want to say the last word?
Oh, of course, Maharaj.
Jadu Gopal, sorry. I'm so sorry.
If you call me Jadu Krishna, you call myself Jadu Krishna. That's
Gopal and Krishna are the same one, right?
Yes. You can call me whatever you want, Maharaj. I accept that.
Krishna.
That's my name.
Yeah.
So, terminamos acá, vamos a terminar acá y muchas gracias por todos ustedes venir en inspirarnos unos a los otros para practicar la conciencia de Krishna. Si practicamos eso, el resultado es seguro. Debemos aplicar, debemos intentar aplicar eso en nuestra vida devocional, comprender eso y aplicar. Dandavats a todos.
Dhanyavad. Please be well. Hare Krishna.
Dhanavats. Hare
Yes.
Krishna.
Dandavad. Hare Krishna.
Dandavad. Hari Bol.
Dandavad pranam
Thank you,
Maharaj.
Maharaj. Thank
Dandavad
you,
devotees.
Dhanyavad to the
Krishna.
devotee.
Divo, Haribo.
Hari Bol.
Hari Bol.
Hari Bol.